Khan here for Seconds Out with some boxing reporter Wally Downes Jr. Wally, you have to forgive me, I'm sweating, but there's nothing compared to the Herculean effort from both men, with Dereck Chisora getting the nod over Joe Joyce. Just your instant thoughts on watching that fight unfold.
Why are you sweating?
Just a lot of equipment holding, and this isn't the most breathable of shirts, I guess. So, you're a big fan?
Big fan. The sort of thing I used to wear when I was a lot younger.
I think my days are coming to the end, but that was one of the things that were coming the criticisms for Chisora, saying that the days are coming to the end. Maybe he shouldn't be in the ring there. Do you think, did he prove some of the doubters wrong there? Was that the message he sent with that win over Joe Joyce?
Yeah, I think when Dereck sort of takes offence to people saying that he should retire, for me it's because he's not the wild, childless bad boy of British boxing that he was, that most people remember him as. Kissing, spitting at, slapping opponents, throwing tables, threatening to shoot David Hay. He's a father of two. His two little girls have walked him out. He's a wealthy man. He doesn't have to do it for money. He's a really caring individual. I know nice things that he's done for people. When I see him and we're not interviewing him, he asks about people that have passed away and how their families are. So the reason I've always wanted Del to finish is I just don't want him to... anyone should get out of this game as soon as they're comfortable financially, really. But yeah, when he puts on performances like that, I didn't feel he took too much punishment. I thought it was largely one-sided. I mean, he was completely exhausted after the fifth round, I thought. I've never seen Dereck Chisora run before. So when he's turned 40, he started doing middle distances around the ring. But yeah, I just thought it was an incredible performance. One of when you think about Joe Joyce, Olympic silver winner, incredible engine, 5 rounds exhausted and he still won. For me, it's one of the performances of his career. I thought it was really good. He took away Joe's height and reach advantages by just getting on his chest and hooking. I'm so happy for Dereck. It's completely unprofessional, and I love Joe. I genuinely robbed by corrupt judging in the Olympics. He should have had a gold medal. He should have had the same springboard that AJ got, £1 million contract. He's had a horrifically unlucky career, but you can't help want Chisora to win. Really, really happy for him. And if he said tomorrow, that's so perfect to retire on for me. I know he wants to do Manchester, and I know he's talking about trying to do one in Zimbabwe, and then he hits 50. But yeah, I mean, I would love him to walk away on that. I can't think of who he could beat or how great a fight could be in Manchester that would top that. It will never touch Cole Froch's retirement in front of all them people at Wembley with that sort of a KO. But I think with Dereck's career, the defeats that he's had, the last Fury defeat, the Gerald Washington performance, for me that would be a perfect way for him to... The crowd is singing, and it's in the 10th round and he's completely shattered. He's running away and he's still managing to tell the crowd to sing the song, man. I would love him to... Not like, I'm worried about him now. I would love him to go because I don't think he'll top that. And that's what I would return.
Picking that up there, Wally, we were kindly interrupted by the Frank Warren press conference there. We were just talking about Joe Joyce and his position. What would you like to see for Joe next?
I'd like to see him defend. Dereck doesn't throw punches from strange angles. He doesn't throw rapid punches. He hasn't got an awkward jab. Dereck threw big looping hooks from the first second to the last, and Joe refused really to defend against them. And he got sort of sick of the tag of him having the best chin in the business and being the immovable object. He didn't like that. We wanted to show a defence, but if he can't defend himself against a 40-year-old Dereck Chisora, then I don't want to see him in with anyone else that could hurt him, really. because I know the cards were relatively close, but I think that was largely because Derek's gas tank went after the fifth. I don't want to see Joe beaten up anymore, and if he just doesn't defend. He just uses his face to defend stuff, and that was working all right. Listen, even when he was winning, he would lose the first 3 rounds. I remember Takam punched his head in for like. I don't know. He's an incredibly intelligent bloke, but if he's not, listen, it's the art of hitting and not getting hit, and he is getting hit all the time by big people. You know, Zhang stopped him a couple of times. Chisora didn't, but I can't see. Yeah, if he's not going to defend himself, I personally, listen, I can't pay his mortgage, so I can't say you must retire, you should retire, but. If you're going to keep going into fights and essentially refusing to defend, because I'm sure he's been taught, he's been all around the world having different coaches, and I don't know if he's got too much confidence in his chin, but that should have been taken away with his Zhang defeats. I know he started at 22, he doesn't have miles on the clock, but you know, if you was to put him in with one of the younger, faster, harder hitting heavyweights that are around now that will make him money worthwhile, they're gonna do damage to him. So I don't want to see that Joe Joyce again. Maybe if he leaves Ishmael Salas or changes his team around or does something different. But I don't want to see that Joe Joyce coming out, because that's just a man taking unnecessary punishment, really, and it's hard to watch. First 5 rounds were hard to watch. Thankfully, Dereck got tired and couldn't finish him. But I think anyone a bit younger and a bit heavier-handed will really damage Joe, and I've got no interest in watching that.
Wally, we'll leave that there. Thank you so much for the time and the thorough answers to. Thank you once again, and I'm looking forward to the next conversation in the not too distant future.
Me too, mate.